Thanks to Massdrop, they've got a lot of cool gear, and they utilize the power of group buys to save you money. You can check them out at massdrop.com or click on the link in the description. Thanks to Corsair, they've got a lot of new stuff going on. Be sure to check out all of our booth coverage by clicking on the link in the description. Thanks to you guys, our Patreon members and our tech support members. We are trying to expand and hire new people, and we want to keep the integrity of our content. Thanks for giving. You guys are awesome. All right, this unit is pretty crazy. It's like a lot of power. We need to take this on our next Highlander, but I'm not carrying this thing. So Steve, what do we got right here?
So this is the power cache. Basically what this is a solar power inverter. What we've done is give the ability for campers or anybody who wants to be able to take their tech with them on the road or out and about. You could basically go camping with this or go to music festivals with it, keep all of your stuff charged. It's going to take about, I think it's 6 hours from an outlet to charge before you go on your trip. When you're out and about and you have your car with you, you can charge in about 8 hours off the car outlet. And then you're looking at solar power to actually charge it with the solar arrays in the back at about 17 to 34 hours. We can actually hook up 2 different solar arrays for the inputs at different wattages as well. So this way you can charge it even faster if you want to spend more money or spend less money and charge a little bit slower.
So that's cool. You have these solar arrays that just kind of fold out, and we've also got the small one right here with USB that you can get. This is a separate item. It doesn't really come with that, but you know, if you want to be able to charge your device while you're out in nature. Does anyone go in nature? You guys need to please go into nature.
All right. Nature. Oh, and I did forget to mention it's also 216 watt hours.
216
watt
hours on this thing.
Hours.
Yep. All right, I guess I'm going to be droning on about this stuff. So we've got a few different drones here. Now this one is going to be more for just flying around and recording.
More about the package that you can carry it in. So
no, fancy backpack. That is awesome. Now I want to highlight this drone over here to my left. This is the Falcon FPV racing quadcopter. So there's a camera in the front there, as you can see. Camera is 720p, and you know there's a couple different companies out there who have stuff like this, but oh, check that out. It can turn and stop on a dime almost. 75 miles per hour is about the maximum, depending on the conditions, and maybe if it's caught in a gust of wind, a little faster. I don't know. They also have the receiver on the back there, GPS right there. And that's not on most of the competition, and especially not at this price point. So if you're a racing quadcopter fanatic, this could be kind of cool. So that's interesting. There are robots now on Monoprice. I'm not sure if you guys were aware of this or not, but these are actually not made by Monoprice, but they're going to be carrying just a whole variety of different robots. And feel free to throw some feedback in there. All right, while we're on maker stuff, this is interesting. This is a DLP printer. 3D printer. There's a petri dish. Steve, I don't even understand. All kinds of weird stuff. There's resin and petri dishes.
So basically inside this dish, and this is a much smaller version than the one we're actually planning on launching. This is sort of a proof of concept. So inside this small, almost petri dish inside here, we'll actually have resin that'll be filled inside of it, and it's reactive to UV light. Probably similar to the type you would see when you're actually attaching in phone repair. Sometimes you use a UV sensitive resin. Something similar here you can imagine, right? So I'm not sure if you can see them, but there's a row of UV LEDs that are down here. Actually,
yeah, the UV LEDs right in there, yeah.
And basically the way DLP works, obviously, you can use small mirrors to bend light. Essentially what you're doing is you're firing it up, bending the light to be able to hit one entire layer, like a slice of what you're going to be building in this resin, and then this will be pulling it out of the resin. So you're doing it 1 micron at a time, layer by layer, until it's complete.
So doing it 1 micron at a time, I bet you can make some really detailed stuff.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
That's the idea, definitely.
So there's that. And then over here, that looks like a CNC. How about that? CNC machine, 300 by 200 millimeter working area right there. And this, compatible with different bits, aluminum, wood, copper, brass, just have fun. And one other thing I want to highlight is this is just USB. Yeah. So it plugs right up to Windows with USB, and you're good to go. And you don't have to worry about strange connectors or knowing how to work with a serial port or anything like that. Just plugs right in. And then, how about this? This is, I kind of want to, I guess it's not right to say that, but I kind of feel like this could be like a lot of people's first, 3D printer, because the price, it's not extremely complex, but this is going to get you into the world of 3D printing at a price that seems a bit ridiculous. $199. Single extrusion, of course, then you just get your filament on the side there. Oh yeah, SD card, yeah. Pop an SD card in there. So maybe has to be assembled, but does not need to be leveled or anything like that. I'm quite excited about this because a lot of these things are extraordinarily expensive. This is a 22-inch pen display. You can just draw right on this, similar to like the big Wacom tablets and stuff. There's a 27-inch one out there from Wacom that's similar. A lot of people complain that one's too big. It's hard to fit on your desk or hard to fit on your lap or whatever. So this one might be a sweet spot as far as the size goes. You know, there might be a couple of features omitted from this one, but the main thing is it's going to be an IPS display with really nice color reproduction that you can draw on. And maybe there's some other ones in the works too in different sizes, but I'm not sure if we're allowed to talk about that. Steve, can we talk about that? No?
We're looking at a 27-inch version.
Hey, you
yeah.
just told us.
And it's the resolution is likely to be higher. Hello, everybody. Also, obviously, this is $600, and it's 22 inches, so it's a bit smaller than a 27-inch version you've seen. The biggest difference is that all the Wacom special gadgets and buttons that you'd have on the side, those aren't going to be there. But aside from that, we did get rid of the battery on this particular pen, because in the past we actually had batteries inside ours, so this new version now no longer has that.
All right, here we have a 1440p QHD monitor with 2 HDMI, 1 DisplayPort, and 1 DVI on the back. So it's got plenty of connectivity options. The huge 1 billion color palette. And they're guaranteeing pixel perfect for $249. So that's rivaling the Korean monitors that you see on eBay. And let me just show you guys the back of this. You have to see this. It's all metal. This thing is substantial. I have not seen any of the monitors on eBay that have a build quality like this. Hear that? Well, you can't hear it because of the microphone, but that was a nice ring to that metal. Now, as you can see here, this is a strange connector right there, but you can remove that and put just a standard Visa mount if you wanted to on there. It's already built and contained like this, but I mean, if you wanted to mount this on a monitor arm or something like that, you can do it. So amazing build quality for this one. I wish we could turn this thing on and see how good it looks, but it is an IPS. And there may be a 4K version sometime as well.
Yeah,
so
we're trying for price points of $249 for the QHD version. That's the 1440p version, and $499 for a 4K version.
That's so cheap. There must be something wrong with it.
Well,
no, that's amazing though.
If there was, Pixel Perfect says
it's guaranteed.
Any pixel wrong with it, then we replace it.
That's pretty amazing. So I think a lot of people are going to jump on it just because of that. Because having something that's pixel perfect is a good peace of mind for a lot of people who play the pixel lottery on eBay. Nice. All right, that's Monoprice, guys. Let us know what you think in the comments.